Keep going. All right, just as a quick reminder, we do have 6 budget categories here for Give STL Day. They are all determined by what your operating budget is. And we kind of have those categories to ensure that nonprofits are competing or not competing with those that are way, way larger than them or with those that are way larger or way smaller than them. Try to make it as equitable as possible. I'll say that. Okay, I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors for this year. We truly could not do Give STL Day without them. The sponsors who you see listed on this screen are the reasons why we were able to provide all of our cash prizes, non-cash prizes, and our power hours. So thank you to all of our sponsors. All right, starting first with the cash prizes. The first cash prize will be our early giving prize. This will be awarded to one random nonprofit per budget category. So back to those categories that I just showed a minute ago. If you receive a donation during the early giving period, you will be automatically entered to win one of these prizes. So the early giving period opens up on Wednesday, April 22nd, and it ends on Wednesday, May 6th. We will choose one nonprofit from each category again. So there will be 6 winners in all, and each nonprofit will receive $500. Those will be selected randomly and announced on May 7th. So on Give STL Day. The next prize will be our most unique donors leaderboard. This total prize pool is worth $21,000. It will be the top 3 nonprofits in each category with the most unique Give STL Day donors overall. So again, back to the budget categories, we will choose 3 winners for micro, 3 for mini, small, medium, large, and giant. Most unique Give STL Day donors means it's not about how many donations you get, but how many individuals or how many unique people you get to give. So if you have one person give 5 donations, that does not count versus having 5 people give 1 donation. So we're looking at how many different individual donors you're getting during that period. First place is worth $2,000, second place $1,000, third place $500. 18 nonprofits will win one of these prizes. Again, that's 3 in each category. We will sit down and determine that after all of the monies are in, and we will determine that and announce it on May 8th. Okay, moving on. This one is the most unique donors bonus prizes. This is an $18,000 total prize pool. This this prize is only geared towards our mini, micro, and small budget. So this is the exact same thing as the one that I just shared, except for this is for, again, those mini, micro, and small nonprofits. The only thing here is that the same nonprofit cannot win more than one time. There's a typo on this one. I'm so sorry. We are going to change this year. It will not be from midnight to midnight. It'll be from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. The change for that this year is that last year we found that we had a lot of I would say empty prizes at 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., things like that, as well as those later evening nights. So this year that prize will only be from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. This will be corrected in when the PowerPoint is posted and as well as on the prize website. So again, only in the mini, micro, and small categories, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. It'll be announced on May 8th. The next one is the Purina Care Social Media Challenge. This is, I think, a fan favorite of ours. These prizes are worth $1,000. And so, what this looks like is if you are a nonprofit that it's focused on animals that's in the area, we ask you to ask someone in your donor base or in your community, a supporter of you all, to post a photo with an animal and for them to use the hashtag Purina Cares. They also should tag your organization. And then we will go through and pick those randomly. We will choose 5 and then we'll choose another 5. So this competition will start at 7 a.m. on May 4th, which is the Monday before Give STL Day, and it will end at 3 p.m. on May 7th. So how that'll work is that at noon on May 7th, we'll look and see at all of the ones that haven't posted to social media up until that point. We'll choose 5, And then at 6 p.m., we'll go through again, do another random selection, and then choose five more. And again, those prizes are all worth $1,000. You cannot win that prize twice. I think it's a very easy way to get your community involved and get them to share all of their cute pictures with their animals. Moving on, community improvement and economic development mission category. So this prize pool is worth $2,500. There is no restriction towards your budget category, and this is selected to five random nonprofits working in this area. This must be a part of your mission statement, so you can't just say it now that you're doing that's part of as a part of your mission. It has to be a stated part of your mission that you're working in these areas. It is a random selection, so we'll take all of those who selected that in your registration. It'll be a part. We'll pull all those organizations, and then we'll choose five, and that will be announced and awarded on May 8th as well. Okay. Moving on, the fundraiser leaderboard. This is worth a total of $1,750. This is awarded to the nonprofit who has the fundraisers with the most unique donors overall. So again, going back to that, it's not about how much money you get in all, but how many different donors you get to give to you. There is no budget restriction towards this, and the same nonprofit can win more than one time. The first place winner of this was 1,000, second place 500, third place is 250. So what this looks like is on Give STL Day website. If you aren't familiar, people can start fundraisers via your webpage. So they can go to your page on the Give STL Day site. They can decide to start a fundraiser, and then they host a fundraiser for you on Give STL Day. We're looking for the three top fundraisers who have the most unique donors. So again, the same nonprofit can win all three of these or two out of three of these. And this is not restricted to any certain budget category. Those will be tallied up and awarded and announced on Friday, May 8th. Okay. First and last donation. This is given to the nonprofit that receives the first and last Give STL Day donation. So the one who gets it right on the first hour on May 7th, and then the last hour on May 7th. Again, this is not given towards any total or any certain budget category. Up to two nonprofits can win this, but the same nonprofit can win it. So if you get the first, but both the first and the last, you can win both of these prizes. Each prize is worth $500, and then we'll announce the first donation on May 7th, and then that last donation on May 8th. I want to just note here that although we do take donations for Give STL Day up until 10 a.m. on Friday, the cutoff time for this prize is at midnight on May 7th. So if you get a donation at 9:59 a.m. on May 8th, that's not the determining factor for this prize. It's about the last prize on May 7th. I mean, the last donation on May 7th, excuse me. Returning participant. This is awarded randomly to an organization that is returning to participate in Give STL Day this year. There is no budget category restriction to this. Five nonprofits will win, and each nonprofit will win $500. The only qualification for this is that you have to have been a part of Give STL Day at least 1 year prior, and you'll be randomly entered. You'll be all entered into a pod and randomly selected. We will announce that as well on May 7th. The next one is the opposite. It is the first timer prize. So if you are a nonprofit that is a part of Give STL Day for the very first time this year, you will be entered to win this prize. Again, they are random. There is no budget category restriction. You will choose five nonprofits, and the prize for this is $500. Again, those who are first-time participants will put you all into a pool. We'll choose five randomly, and you will win the award. These will be announced on Thursday, May 7th. So the cash prize pool potential for this year is up to $5,750 and much more, obviously. But we wanted to give like a breakdown as to how much money you could win between all of the different cash prizes. I know that sometimes people decide to, do their marketing or their social media pushing or their comms to their board members or to their donors around these prizes. And so we just wanted to see how we wanted to show you all what that potential is. Um, Hi, Daryl. I know this isn't a private question, but great question. So I can share about that now. So in years prior for Give Us TO Day, we have done I would say a 12 to 13 hour live stream where we've been on live from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. approximately, I would say, on Facebook. What we found is that while some nonprofits really did enjoy it, other nonprofits did not find it as beneficial. So we will be providing a live stream this year. However, it will be very shortened. It'll be about 4 to 5 hours long. And so the sign up for that will be going out early next week. But I do want to just put out that things will look a little bit different this year for that live stream opportunity. So expect to see a sign up link for that. Again, like I said, early next week. It just will not be as long as it has been in previous years. Absolutely. You're welcome. Okay. Now on to, I think the favorite thing is power hours. All right, so first, I want to start by saying what is a power hour. One, a power hour is not a match. These are where the donations are amplified, but it is not a one-to-one. It is not if someone gives $10, then it becomes $20. It is a formula that we follow to determine how much of a boost you get. And so this is the formula that we follow. So we take the nonprofit total, so how much money you raise in that total hour, and we divide it by how much money is raised by all nonprofits in that hour. We then multiply that number by the prize incentive, so how much that power hour is worth, and then however much what that equals to is your share of the power hour dollars. So it's not by every donation that you receive during the power hour, but we add those things all together and then you get one boost in general for each power hour. So an example of that is, say that you raise $1,500 during a power hour, and that all nonprofits during that power hour raise $150,000. If that power hour is worth $20,000, then that math will equal to $200. So then your power hour total for that hour would be $1,700. So your that initial amount that you raise will get a boost by $200. Depending on the money raised during a power hour, the percent boost is on the dollar is anywhere from 5% to 15%. And so, so imagine getting a boost of $200 for every single power hour. It absolutely does add up, you know, as the hours go on. I'll say that. This is the power hour schedule for this year. This year we will have a total of 4 power hours. Each one will be at $20,000, and the total power hour pool is for $80,000. So this year's power hours are at 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m. Then we're going to jump down to 9 p.m. I will pause here for just a second. I know that there's typically some questions here, so I'll wait. Again, it's 9 a.m., 12 p.m., 3 p.m., 9 p.m., and they're all for $20,000 each. So the formula that we just did applies perfectly because that is the one that we'll be using for this year. Okay, I will keep going. So, how does your nonprofit benefit from power hours? One, you don't have to do anything at all to get the power hour dollars. So, any donation made to your organization during a power hour will be automatically entered into the pool of money, and then you will get your equal share. So some individuals, of course, decide to do more heavy marketing and heavy promo around the market, around the power hours, but you don't have to do anything extra to win those dollars. It is automatically calculated and given to you. The next question is just how will those prize results be announced? So you can look for the announcements of these prizes all day long on both the Give STL Day website and on social media. So as the day is going on, we'll be providing updates as to, who's winning the Karina Cares social media challenge, who's winning the first and last donation, who is winning the community improvement. So all of the ones that have listed that the award will be announced on May 7th, you can find those throughout the day across our social media and on the website. And then by the end of the day on May 8th, which is the very next day, you will see all of those prizes and leaderboards up on the Give SEO Day website. So when it comes to your winnings, you want to just flag that your prize dollars will be sent to you in the form of a grant check from the community foundation. The prize checks are sent separately from your check that you get from the dollars raised, and this is for our record keeping purposes. You'll most of the time find that you'll receive your prize checks a bit earlier than your other check, just for how long it takes to reconcile those things. So say, your prize check may come, and this is just an estimate, so do not hold me to this, but your prize check may come mid-June, but then your total funds raised may not come until early July. So that typically is how it goes. We do send out a letter to kind of give you an idea of when to expect those checks, but just to give you a heads up as to that's how it works. You will receive two separate checks for the prizes you earn or that you win, and then those dollars that you raise. This year, we want to flag something that is really important. It is, have you signed up for ACH? If you have not, please send an email to stlcffinance@stlgives.org, and we'll provide you with enrollment instructions. Same as information. Does that apply here? Yes, Claire. Very good question. I would say I'm going to take a moment here and recommend that you all sign up for ACH. It is very, very important. The foundation did make a switch late last year, in our banks. So the foundation ourselves, we no longer send out or mail out your checks from our office. All of our checks are processed and mailed out from a different state, actually. And so we are finding that nonprofits are saying or are realizing a delay, or that it's taking them longer to receive checks. You do still get your check, obviously, in the mail, but you will get it a lot faster via ACH. Getting signed up for ACH is not as daunting as it sounds. I promise. If you could send an email again to the email that we have listed on the screen, I will drop it in the chat so that you all can easily access that. One second. But again, it is a very quick process. I recommend that you do it. Sometimes things happen, as we all know, with the postal office. It just takes time. It just takes things a lot longer to get there because we're not in control of the checks being mailed out. Once we do the things on our end, we just cannot provide you any more information. So we can say, hey, we processed those things in our system on June 15th, and now it is in the hands of the bank and the USPS Postal Service. So again, please, please, please get signed up for ACH. You have a bit of time to get that done, and you will see me sending you a reminder for this via email up until Gives Day. So please get signed up for this. Okay, moving right along. And lastly, if you have any questions that you may need help with, I will say if you need help with your account, so if it's a question like, oh, my password needs to be changed, or someone is not showing up as an admin, or I'm having this weird thing happen where, these files are not linking or not dropping, please reach out to Mighty Calls. They are there to provide support for all of your account issues. If Mighty Calls cannot support you in that area, or if you have more general Give SEO Day questions, such as questions about the live stream, or about the ACH process or things like that, or about the prizes, anything of that nature, I would say reach out to me. My email is ralford@stlgives.org. Again, that's RALFORD@stlgives.org. And I'm happy to answer any questions that I possibly can for you. Okay. And that wraps up today's Give STL Day prize training. As promised, I'm going to sit around for a moment and see if there are any questions about any of the cash prizes, the power hours, any general Give STL Day questions at all. I am happy to answer them for you right now. Any questions at all? We do have a Coral Fellow in the chat dropping some information. Thank you. Thank you, Emily. You have any questions at all? Thank you, Claire. Thank you all. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to end the recording, but I'm going to absolutely stick around for a little bit longer.